Hi, this is Leah from Trillium Creative. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to do a quick video. Wasn't really planning on doing a video today, but I recently got some cool vintage books, secondhand books that I wanted to share with you guys before I start cutting them up. I'm going to start cutting them up and in anticipation of opening my Etsy shop. There's no way that I'm going to be able to use all of these pages just by myself, so I thought I would share them with others. So I'm going to be doing some paper packs, mostly from books. So I thought I would share some of these things with you. I recently was given a lot of books that were pretty exciting, and then got some from the thrift store that I wanted to share. So these first few books are ones that I picked up at a thrift store. I think there was one other one that I got with this grouping that was just a paperback that I wanted to read, so I didn't include it in this haul. But there were these 4 books. This first one is not a vintage book or anything, and I'm not necessarily going to be using the pages or imagery from it, but I liked the cover of the book. It is a hardback and it's on a smaller size. Oops, wrong way. So it's about 6 by 6. So I thought it would make a kind of a nice little small journal. And then I'll probably, paint over the cover or collage or something like that, so you won't see the actual title. But that's one. And then you'll start to see a theme here in colors. I like teal and I like green, different shades of green. And so I really bought these 2 books for the covers. They do happen to be vintage as well. So, the book pages will be useful in collaging and things like that. Also, I was really excited about this original library. Let's see if it's a little stuck, but library card and pocket, I guess. So that's one. Here's another one. And it looks like this one especially was from a school library and actually Killen, Alabama was the town I was in. Or no, sorry, I was in Killen, Alabama was the town next to the one that I was shopping at the thrift store in. Of course, I can't think of the name of the town that I was actually in at the moment. But anyways, I just thought that was kind of cool. And I liked the cover again. I like to use book covers, old book covers in my journals or for my journals. And again, there's the classic library card with the library card pouch. So that was kind of cool. I think this copyright was in this, 1970. So anyway, that's one. And then I found this cool dictionary, which I already have a couple dictionaries, so I wasn't going to get it, but then I saw that it was for young readers and that it's an illustrated dictionary, and I couldn't just leave it there. So, I mean, how cool does that look? Especially for anybody who is doing like a junk journal based out of or themed with kids books. Like, this would just be super cool with the colors and everything and the illustrations. I just thought it was super cool. I think this one is from the 80s, if I remember correctly. Oh, 1979. And then there's pages in the front that have some other imagery in it. So anyways, I just thought that was super cool. So those will definitely be going in my paper packs that I put in my shop. So next I have a group of books that my husband gave me, which are more on the like technical side of things with algorithms and formulas and whatnot in there. So I've never had any books like that. So I'm going to show you what those look like next. These ones are so big they may not fit on my screen. So there are two books here that my husband gave me when he was cleaning out some of his stuff in the garage. These are actually, let me put them up on end here so you can see a little bit better. They're massive. They're so big. Like you can tell, they're shaking my desk, shaking my camera. So anyways, these were books that my husband bought, I think he said for like $1 each at a library book sale. When he was like a teenager, I think. He is uber smart, my husband. He is, he works in IT currently, but he has always been very interested in things like chemistry and engineering and science and all of that kind of stuff. And so as a teenager, he saw these books at a library sale and bought them. Now, how many teenagers probably not many teenagers do that sort of thing. But anyways, it was very hard for him to let these go, but he hasn't used them in years. They've just been sitting in the garage, you know, in a box. And I think it was especially hard because he knows that I like to cut books up, old books, and so that was a little bit hard, but he willingly gave them to me, and I was super excited to get them. They're, I believe, from the 70s. Like, look at that. The periodic table. And let's see here. There's a bunch of different years on here. I'm not sure which one. I'm assuming the latest one. So 1973 was when this was published, which would make sense. 1973 to 1974. I mean, how cool is that? They're very kind of thin pages, but like there's all these different tables in here and measurements, logarithms. Like I don't even know what any of this really means, but I think it would be so cool on a page or like in a collage. Sorry, I've got knocking things over here on my desk. So anyways, there's two of these. They both have similar things in them, similar types of pages. This one has a little bit more text. Let's see, this one was published. If I can get to that page. So 1973 as well. So anyways, these are super thick, as you can see, massive. So those I will, once again, I will not be able to use all of these pages myself. So my plan is to put pages from these books in paper packs in my Etsy shop coming up. So the next few books are also from my husband that he brought home. They were getting rid of them at work because they're outdated. Here we go. So it's a series of 3. I have them kind of backwards here, but again, they are like very mathematical type books. They're engineering books. So there's a lot of formulas in here, algorithms, you know, a lot of stuff that I don't understand, but I think it looks so cool on a page, and I think it would be really neat in a junk journal. And these were all published in the late 70s, I believe, early 80s. This one's 1973. And there's 3 of them. And they all have similar, you know, type pages in them. Now these pages are very white. They're not like vintage looking, but they are technically vintage because they're from the 70s. So yeah, so that's one group. The next group of books that I got were gifts from my mother-in-law. She was cleaning out her library. She homeschooled all of her kids, you know, all 5 kids for years. And so she has quite an extensive collection of books. And she's been, now that all her kids are grown, she's been cleaning out her book collection. And there were several older books that she thought I might want, so she sent them home with my daughter one day. So we'll look at those next. Okay, this is only a portion of the books that my mother-in-law gave me or sent home for me. I went through the books that she sent, and these were the ones I was most excited about. So I'm not going to show you everything that she gave me. She was very generous in her donation to my stash, I guess. But these were the ones I was most excited about, either because of the contents or because of the covers. Now these are all hard covered books. That's what I am most interested in, especially for journal making. So the first one here, I was really excited. I thought the cover itself was really cool. It's textured, but then it also has this really pretty design on it. So what, and I like the size of it. So my plan is to make this into a journal at some point, and then I will probably most likely leave this portion of the cover visible, so because that's why I was attracted to it, and then I might, you know, just cover the spine in some way. So this is I forgot to mention, most of these books look like they were originally part of the Huntsville library system, so they were probably part of a Friends of the Library sale, or they were just getting rid of them, either because of their age or you know, content, I guess. So this is a novel, I believe. Yeah, you can see Huntsville Public Library, Huntsville, Alabama. That's where I'm located. This is from 1980. So not quite vintage, but almost. So the pages could be useful. But like I said, this one I was mostly excited about the cover. Then we have a book called Dolly Madison, which I may read this book because before I start cutting it up, because it looked really interesting. It's actually about President Madison's wife. And also, fun fact, Dolly Madison is the name of one of my mother-in-law's dogs. Or actually, I think technically it's my sister-in-law's dog. But yeah, so this book will probably go on my bookshelf. Look at the cool images too. So this one will probably go on my bookshelf for now, and then later on I may use it for junk journaling, but I'm not sure. I love the texture of this cover. It's very kind of rough, almost like canvas, and it's very matte. And the cover's actually in really good condition. I didn't look to see what the copyright on this one was. 1970. So yeah. Then I'm just gonna go through the rest of these. This one still had the dust jacket on it from the library. And when I took the dust jacket, I mean, the dust jacket was basically falling off already. When I took it off, the cover underneath was, I thought, super cool. It's like embossed, or what's the reverse of embossed? Like engraved almost into the cover here. So it's super cool to feel. But also another public library book. And the pages in this book were, I don't know, I thought they were super cool. They've got that very, the feel to them is very kind of absorbent, for lack of a better word. I don't think that's the right term. But they're very rough, I should say. So this one's from 1929, but it's about all the different composers, you know, just a few pages on each, which is pretty cool too. And then of course you've got like the vintage tape where they taped on the dust jacket. And then this one, this is a science book, also from the library. And this one, I thought, like, the cover wasn't, I like the color of the cover, but it wasn't like super, you know, appealing for as far as like junk journal goes. But the pages were super cool, I thought. So this is about discovery by chance, science and the unexpected. So it's discoveries that were kind of accidental almost. But it's got some kind of cool illustrations in here. So I don't know. I think I might use the pages from this book as well. This is from 1968. So some of those pages may go in my paper packs as well. And then this one is Everyday Things in American Life, 1607 to 1776. And I'm pretty sure this, even though it doesn't have a stamp in here, I'm pretty sure this was a library one as well. But look at that. Some of the images in here are just super cool. There's a lot of text too, but like floor plans. Look at that, chairs. So it's not quite on the same level as like a Sears and Roebuck catalog, but it's a similar concept. And in the middle, it's got these cool images that are glossy pages, but I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool. So this was published in 1937. Or no, sorry. It was originally copyrighted in 1937. Renewal copyright 1965. So anyway, I just thought that one was really cool too. And then we have this one, which this is on the larger side. Like I don't typically make journals this size. It's quite large. But I thought the pages were really cool. It's very large font, but I think because it was a kid's book. But like, look how cool that is. So it's a bunch of stories for kids. I think it was, yeah, Chimney Corner Stories. And we'll look to see. I really like that paper too. Tales for Little Children. Copyright 1925. So that's just got, oh, it's also got Peter Rabbit in here. So anyway, I just thought that was super cool. That's all I have right now to show. But I wanted to go ahead and I've been wanting to do a little video to show off some of the cool books that I've gotten recently and received recently. Like I said, most of these were gifts, but except for the few at the beginning that I purchased at the thrift store. So anyways, hopefully this gives you some ideas for some cool books that are out there that might be useful for junk journaling, or maybe you just are a book enthusiast and like myself and like to see different kinds of books and like to collect different kinds of old books. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this. This is just a quick little video. I was excited about these things and I wanted to share them with you. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are having a great day, getting to play with your papers, doing some crafting, and maybe enjoying some books. I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.